G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Young from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, I've just published an article in relation to the ACT police media officer trying to silence some media in relation to naming Bruce Lehrmann. On the same day, they issued a court attendance notice for him for the alleged rape of Brittany Higgins. Now, that was August the 6th, 2021. Now, at the time, the conversation I had with the person was very strange, the police officer. But in hindsight, with the revelations over the last few days, with the Director of Public Prosecutions, Shane Drumgold, has claimed the ACT police were colluding with Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers to undermine the administration of justice. Well, on further reflection, that conversation I had last year with the ACT police officer was more than likely him colluding with Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers trying to undermine the administration of justice back then. So I've outlined it in an article. I've outlined that conversation I had back then. This is going to explode. Everyone involved is calling for a public inquiry. Shane Rattenbury, the ACT Attorney General, is calling for a public inquiry. He's apparently investigating how to go about it at the moment. Shane Drumgold has called for a public inquiry. And also the police union has called for a public inquiry, the Australian Federal Police Union. So everyone's calling for a public inquiry, and that's how it's going to have to go. I did a video a few days ago calling for a public inquiry when it was announced that Brittany Higgins has filed a claim against the government and also two federal MPs or federal senators, Michaela Cash and Linda Reynolds, for apparently up to $3 million. I said, well, this needs a public inquiry. Not so much for her claim, but all the cover-up elements behind it. And Shane Drumgold has accused the police of colluding during the breaks with Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers. And he's also accused Linda Reynolds, who was Brittany Higgins' manager at the time of the alleged rape, and the alleged rape apparently took place in Linda Reynolds' office. And her husband was showing up to the hearing, and he was apparently meeting with Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers during the break as well. So you've got all this collusion going on, or alleged collusion. AFP Commissioner Reece Kershaw was caught out lying a couple times in relation to the progress of the investigation. So there's no doubt in my mind he was up to his neck in the cover-up as well. So it's not the cover-up of the rape. The rape hasn't been proven at this time, but the cover-up of the alleged rape. That will ultimately have to go to a public inquiry. The conduct of the media also. You have to remember it was March last year that the police announced they were investigating the matter, and everyone knew the person they were investigating for the alleged rape was Bruce Lehrmann, but the media wouldn't name him. True Crimes News Weekly broke the story and named him. They didn't break the story, but they were the first ones to name him. And a couple of days later, my website named him as well, Bruce Lehrmann, back in February 2021. So for almost 6 months, the old media wouldn't name him. And even on the day, August 6, 2021, that the police put out a statement saying that he'd been served with a court attendance notice or a summons, that he in effect had been charged with rape, they still wouldn't name him that day. Now I did, and True Crimes News Weekly also named him that day on our social media accounts, and we came under attack, and including by the old media, they were attacking us too for naming him. But the next day, Nine Entertainment named him, and then a couple of hours later News Corp named him. So why did they wait almost 24 hours to name him? They themselves were colluding with the police and or Bruce Lehrmann's legal team not to name him, even though there was no legal basis not to name him. And what makes it even more disturbing, the day before, on the 5th of August 2021, they all named Hillsong pastor Brian Houston for the alleged cover-up of his father raping children. So they were happy to name Brian Houston, but they wouldn't name Bruce Lehrmann for some reason. But 24 hours after the court attendance notice was served on him, they named him. So why did they wait 24 hours? There's a lot of questions there that the media need to answer. The ACT police media officer needs to answer. And a whole heap of other people need to answer. So that's why we need a public inquiry. Now, I'll be following up on this matter because I'm a direct witness in relation to that media officer and what he did or didn't say and his conduct. And I've made a formal complaint. So make sure you visit my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia, the article I published on the 11th of December 2022. It's got a lot more information there, a lot of links. Now, the Patreon account I set up a couple of months ago is currently sitting on 222 supporters. Ultimate target is 1,000 supporters. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $7, $10, $15, $20, $30, whatever suits your budget. And the link for the Patreon account is below the video on YouTube, or also on my website below the article and on the sidebars. Most people can afford $3 or $5 a month, and every bit helps. And it helps fund these videos and also the articles I publish on my website. So if you could support that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And please share this video on Facebook and Twitter, etc. And hit the like and subscribe button. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.